I swear I didn't buy anything. It's like blood rushing to my head. I'm sitting here in the car being like, where can we stop by to shop? Good morning. I am headed to Plate Fit.
Plate Fit.
I did Plate Fit 2 classes yesterday. I did the boot camp, which is mainly cardio and doing burpees on that damn thing. I took the recovery class, which helps with your muscle recovery, circulation, and stretching, as well as cellulite reduction. And then today is HIIT, arms and abs. I'm feeling a little off, probably because I am about to start my period. I am excited that I'm trying a new menstrual cup. This is my life now, where I'm excited about a new menstrual cup. So most of you guys probably know I was using the Diva cup for many, many years. It was my first menstrual cup. Then I bought the Bloom cup off of Amazon, which worked okay. And then I tried the Organic cup, which is very frustrating. I like it because it's smaller and more comfortable once it's in there, but it's really hard to insert properly because it's too flimsy. So I got a Lunette cup, which is the one that everybody recommends and raves about the most. So that was relatively easy to insert. We'll just see if it catches everything. It's like Goldilocks, looking for the perfect menstrual cup. Is it the right fit? Because not all cups are created equal for every body type. It weirds me out when people get so grossed out by them, because I understand the concept of the blood is gross, but at the end of the day, you should be okay with your own body and like putting it in, taking it out. It really is not any more disgusting than a tampon. And honestly, tampons are way more disgusting, and I've had it where my tampon's been stuck in there because the string broke.
Tampon being more
sanitary. It's not sanitary, it's not environmentally friendly, it's not clean for you. It actually is really disruptive to your flow.
They bleach that shit.
And even the non-bleached one, like shoving cotton up there isn't safe. And I was a tampon user for decades. Men play with themselves all the time since birth, but women have such a hang up about touching themselves, and I did too. I did for many, many years, which is why I'm like, if you have these feelings, get over it sooner than later, because you'll thank yourself. I wasted so many years being afraid of my own body.
It's a learned behavior, learned emotion.
So that's why I talk about these things, because I'm hoping that if we make it less like faux pas and less weird and awkward to talk about, that we can all move past it. Happy Monday, menstrual talk. Monday menstrual talks. This is what I look like after a Plate Fit class. I don't look as dead as after the first time you picked me up.
No, you still look dead, but the other day was horrendous. You looked zapped.
Well, I've also been doing it for
a week.
Yeah, so I think my body is like, yes, this is a hard workout, but we realize you're gonna do this to us every day now.
You know what's so interesting to me, and what I find so fascinating, is how quickly the body can adapt to things. Like, it just becomes like part of your normal. Your body just says, oh, well, I recognize this.
Well, think about how quickly I made my body adapt to eating junk food.
Yes.
Chris has been listening to a ton of health podcasts, and we've been living a pretty low carb, low sugar. Even though we don't want to increase our carb intake by too much, I need to increase my carb intake immediately after a workout and on heavy workout days.
Water in the muscle tissue.
It could be affecting why my fat cells won't go smaller. For as hard as I work out, and I only show you guys like a 2% of what I am actually doing, but as hard as I'm working out, and I know a lot of you guys are like, don't worry about the weight, it's not even about my actual body weight. I'm frustrated at how my muscle mass isn't changing. Like, I lift heavy weights, for me, like the heaviest I've ever lifted in 34 years of my life, and cardio to diminish some of that fat. But the problem is I'm not seeing the muscle definition and tone of my muscles that I know I'm capable of, because I used to lift way less and be able to see that. And a lot of you guys are like, oh, hire a trainer, hire a coach. Great, if I had the extra money. And that is something I'm happy to do. I did study personal training, have a degree in it, but I know enough where most beginner trainers are not enough for me. So I have a couple people in mind that I would love to pay for a workout plan or a coaching plan, a nutrition a priority once I pay down my debt. That is like a high priority for me, especially if I plan on getting pregnant during pregnancy and after pregnancy. Because everybody that I've ever talked to who had a trainer or who was very active during their pregnancy, as well as before their pregnancy, like they didn't just start working out during their pregnancy. They were already active, but then they hired the right people to guide them through their pregnancy. Their labor was always the quickest and easiest, and their recovery was always better. So it's like you're really training your body for a marathon when you're pregnant and giving labor, and it's a privilege to have that help. So it's something that, it's also why I want to save money and pay down debt. It's not just for the baby, it's for the process of having the baby.
And your health.
Because I am older, if I get pregnant and have a baby, I will be in that older danger category. Lots of people have babies older than me. My mom had me older than me. But you know, your body's starting to fall apart versus be like that prime birthing age. I am really excited to get an acai bowl as a treat right now.
Acai.
So I have to adjust my macros too on my days that I'm working out. But anyways, that was intense. Because I know I'm about to start my period, I just know like my body typically is weaker. I get tired easier. I get cramping easier. But you know what? All this working out the week before my period's supposed to start, have you noticed I haven't been complaining about as many symptoms?
I have actually. I didn't realize that you were about to start until you said that this morning. So if I haven't like noticed it, then that means it's not. You're not having the symptoms as much, or you don't talk about them as much.
I mean, I can feel my body cramping a little bit, and my stomach's not feeling great, but it's not nearly. It's more like I ate bad ice cream or something versus my typical. He's so happy. I got mangoes, strawberries, granola, acai, and a little bit of honey. So we just took the babies to get their nails clipped, and because of that, they're getting a pupuccino.
They don't know yet.
They don't know that they're getting a pupuccino. They've only had a pupuccino one time in their life. I feel like she knows. Huh?
Shake, shake. It's gonna be insane because they're going to devour that pupuccino.
We won't give the whole thing.
No,
they share one
no.
and we take it away after a few licks. Although this one tries to go after it. Oh, we're next.
Thank you so much.
She knows.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Go pull into the spot. Oh my gosh. How do you know it's for you? Dolly, what if this is mommy's drink?
She's like, nope.
I don't smell coffee. Okay. Whose puppuccino is that?
Give Cooper some.
Okay. Cooper's turn.
Cooper's like, I remember this. It spiked my insulin.
Not too much, okay?
He just shoved it in his face.
I have to hold her. I have to hold her back when it's his turn. Do you hear her? Okay, your turn. Get the cup. Get the cup.
Look at her eyes.
He seems to stay calm.
Meanwhile, she's literally got it all over her mouth.
Do you have it all over your mouth? Okay, that's enough. You drank half of that. That's no more puppuccino for you.
She is not. Hey!
That's not a puppuccino, Cooper. That's Daddy's coffee.
I will cut you, boy.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough sugar for you guys. You know, it's Monday when we're at Costco.
Cold.
Typically we go every 2 weeks, but we're trying to be better about eating out. So we ate all our food, not all of it. But
Also, they didn't have heavy cream last time we were here.
we're eating so many salads that we had to replenish the salad situation. And avocados.
You want those the overnight?
Oh, this isn't bad.
I know. You see where the serving size is? It's $14. Holy shit.
No. Yeah, so we're just replenishing on some of the stuff that we ate all of, like that cauliflower pizza, which makes for a really good meal. Are these macadamia nuts?
Yeah, macadamia.
It's Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. Oh my god, it's only Tuesday. I just got home from a business meeting with about the art of care, not just with me and Chris, with a just like potential packaging and potential formulation, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try and figure out what to do with all these products that came in because I know I have to go get more from the mailbox tomorrow. I was posting on stories, so I think I'm gonna finish doing that and then find homes for all the products that I'm going to want to test out. I'm probably gonna have to go through these drawers pretty soon because there's a lot of stuff that needs to just be rotated out and I'm not gonna get through. I'm also really tired because it's the second day of my period, but surprisingly I haven't had really any symptoms other than being really tired. I had minor cramping, but I woke up and put the pain salve on my tummy and went right back to sleep at like early this morning and slept for a couple more hours before I went to go work out. And then I've been taking the menstrual relief. All the CBD and all the pain salve and all that stuff really like prevents a lot of it from being too bad. I hear you. I see you. What are you doing? Dolly, what are you doing? Please don't lick my water bottle. Do you want to play with your ball? You want to play with your ball? Wait, hold on. Sit. Sit. Sit pretty. No, sit. Sit pretty. No, sit. Sit pretty. That's jumping. Sit. Up. Nope, come here. Sit. Sit pretty. We're trying to teach him to sit pretty. Sit pretty. Oh, you're too excited with your ball. Happy Wednesday. Chris and I are headed to...
Get a new face!
With new face. I'm really excited. I hope they lift my face. Lift this thing. Chris is also very mad because he just realized I left my phone at home. He's so mad at me. I mean, it's the story of my life. I never know where my phone is, but I usually bring it with me when I leave the house. So I have to borrow his phone to do story shots and post it when I get home. So he's mad because you're not gonna have a phone while I'm getting my face lifted.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but I legit will just be standing around doing absolutely nothing, with nothing to look at, nothing to occupy my attention.
Is just so sweet. She had asked me what my address was again, and I was like, where I live or where I get my packages? And she's like, where you get your packages, I guess. And then I got a notification from Arthur telling me I had an Amazon delivery, and I was like, that's weird because I don't get my Amazon delivery there. I usually deliver things to my house. I swear I didn't buy anything. Like, I did not buy anything. I know for a fact I did not buy anything. And I asked Chris and he's like, I didn't buy anything. So we went to go pick up my packages and I got the Amazon folder and I felt it. I was like, it feels like a book. And Chris was like, someone bought you a book. And I was like, who bought me my Ketotarian book? And there's a note from Jenny that says, hope this makes you feel a little better. You got this, XO Jenny. And I just burst into tears. Like, it was such a sweet thing. If you guys watched last week's vlog, you know I was just in a really bad place. It's been a rough couple of weeks. And like, I'm tearing up just thinking about it and talking to you guys about it. So yes, I'm gonna read this book and I'm probably never gonna let go of this book because Jenny gave it to me and it was just one of the sweetest things like anyone has ever done. I have amazing people in my life and many of my sweet friends do amazing things for me, but this was like one of those moments where I was like, it was just really thoughtful, really sweet, and such a huge surprise. Happy Thursday! I am headed to meet Trina from Magenta Agency for lunch. Is my friend, so having lunch with a friend. We're going to Soho House, so I won't be able to vlog much.
They just have a rule there.
Yeah, I can't have cameras, I can't Instagram, I can't do anything at Soho House. Being on keto means I can have all these like sugar replacements as long as it doesn't spike my insulin, which a lot of it is, I personally think, really not healthy. And in the past I would have just been like, I'd rather eat the sugar because it's natural versus
sugar alcohols.
Even the sugar alcohols, but aspartame, like that kind of stuff is allowed on keto. And I just feel weird about consuming so much of that. I also, in the past, would have used honey, agave. Monk fruit is a great replacement because it's natural. It's got a little bit of an aftertaste, but not really. Not if you mix it right. I want to just lower my dairy intake.
It's also worth mentioning where this came from because we discovered how to make the Doritos tacos from Taco Bell keto style, and that shit was delicious.
Yeah, and then what else did we make that was not so healthy? But oh, corn dogs. We made keto corn dogs. Like, at some point you have to be like, okay, look, this is not healthy. It's within our diet, but it's not healthy. I'm eating a lot of saturated fats. There's a difference between healthy fats and saturated fats, and just because I'm technically still on keto does not mean that I'm living my best lifestyle. Long story short, we were just like, okay, we gotta reevaluate our food intake. And here's the thing, we're not horrible. It was just like, for 2 weeks, we're like, let's make keto corn dogs. Let's make keto Taco Bell. It's getting a little out of control. Like, my salads are keto friendly, and that's more what we should be eating. Plant-based, organic, sustainably grown proteins or sustainably raised proteins within moderation. I like this book because it also talks about the downsides of veganism. Yes, you're eating less meats, but you're also eating a lot more soy in most vegan diets, and soy is incredibly harmful as a crop. It's also really genetically modified. It's high in estrogen. You can be vegan, but you cannot have like soy be your main protein source because it's very unhealthy, especially as women. But on the flip side, I don't think people should be eating 8 ounces of steak every day either. You know, like, red meat is very, very harmful to the way we raise it in this country is very, very harmful to our environment as well.
If anyone out there knows of a good, like, wild game company that we could get, like, elk meat and things like that, please leave it in the comment below because I would love to eat that as opposed to
beef.
Okay.
Yeah. Will you just explain what this is?
Okay, so basically this is a slimmer treatment. This is a lymphatic drainage sequential compression massage treatment. We have a dress size.
Oh, a dress size? Mm-hmm. In 30 minutes?
Yeah, so you'll do a series of treatments, and then you'll get rid of a dress size by getting rid of the excess water.
Okay, so you recommend
about 8.
8? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I don't think I fully explained to you guys what I'm doing, but I'm at Skin 5 in Century City, Westfield Century City. And I'm getting some body treatments, but they also have fillers, injectables, facials. They have a Vizia machine, which is great, so you can see what's going on with your face, sun damage, pore size, and just a plan of action.
Sure. Once it gets to like the midsection, the pressure is higher, so you'll feel like the fluid rushing through your head. Yeah, that's what, yeah.
The real squeezing.
Yeah, if it's too high, let me know. I'll lower it.
It's like blood rushing to my head.
Into your M-sculpt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look for the super maximal contraction. So basically, it looks like you're clenching together. Okay. Once the air.
There it goes.
Do you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. So the stronger it gets, the stronger that looks.
You're turning it up even more? Yeah.
You think this is enough?
Yeah, I think this is good. So we just left Skin 5. We had some lunch at Italy, which was delicious.
Boy, if you're ever in Century City, go to Italy.
Italy.
That's what I said.
You said Italy. The battery's about to die and I didn't bring a spare one, and we're stuck in traffic, but we're headed to the post office and then to pick up mail. I inhaled my coffee.
Literally. Just open gullet,
so,
knock it back.
So good. We got an Italy latte for me. It's so good. Really cool experience. I'm actually gonna do a whole separate video on the 2 treatments I tried. I didn't do full sessions. I did 15-minute sessions, and a full session is 30 minutes to an hour. So I'm gonna have a whole video on that coming up tomorrow for you guys if you are more curious about what these things are, and kind of just like, it's a fun video, it's funny. Like, you'll see my butt, sorry, but not like fully, I'm wearing underwear. I was sitting here, and because we were at the mall for this event and we were at Italy having lunch afterwards, I had this urge to shop, and I still have this urge to shop. Like, even though we didn't go to any stores and we immediately went back to the car, I am sitting here in the car being like, where can we stop by to shop? Like, I have this, like, I don't know why. It's Saturday night, and I just did my roundup of what I've spent this week and things I wanted but didn't buy. So it's that time of the vlog where I share with you guys kind of everything that's gone on in the last week. So let's start with my bills. Oh, I need to do some math. I'll be right back. What I spent for the week of February 16th through February 24th, which is from last Saturday till this Saturday. I always update you guys, even though I typically don't vlog on Saturday and Sundays. I still include my spending from that cutoff point. For bills, I had my Equinox monthly payment for my gym membership. It's $163. I had my monthly Hulu account, $11.99. And then this is an unexpected bill, but kind of expected because it was time for dry cleaning. So I took all of my dry cleaning clothes to go get dry cleaned, and the total for that was $58.45. I hate when my clothes have to be dry cleaned, but unfortunately it's something that's kind of a little bit unavoidable for your nicer pieces. The good news is I typically try to wear them multiple times, air them out in between wearings, and then I'll dry clean it. And so my total for bills, $233.44 this week. That's really just the cost of living. Gym membership is pretty expensive, but I do go to a nicer gym, which keeps me going to the gym. I'm really happy with it. So I go like 4 or 5 times a week. When I break it down like that, it's really affordable, especially since the classes at my gym are a lot better than some of the other gyms I've gone to, and I actually don't find myself having to join a bunch of different studios, because if I want to take a yoga class or a Pilates class, it's included in my gym membership. Hulu, it is what it is. I'm not upset about that. We take advantage of it. We don't have cable. We cut the cable box when we moved here, which was a huge thing for me, because growing up I didn't get cable till way later in life. And if you watch the Assumptions About Us video over on our second channel, Serein and Chris, I tell you a little story about how I used to like just disappear for hours and use my neighbor's TV because they had Nickelodeon Disney Channel. When I moved out on my own and was paying for cable, I always got like the full package. I wanted every channel. I wanted HBO, Showtime, all this stuff. And I had that for years, even when I probably couldn't afford it. Miscellaneous. The first thing was kind of expensive. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know if or when it was coming. So I Venmo'd my friend $109 to purchase my Latisse for me. I went to Mexico last spring, and I went to the pharmacy and got Latisse there, and I was able to find it for super cheap. I think I found it for like $50 a bottle, and I bought myself 2 bottles, which lasted from May all the way until February, because I just ran out in the beginning of February, maybe end of January. I was like squeezing the last little bit out. So 9 months for me. It was well worth it, and you guys always compliment me on my lashes. I personally like it better than lash extensions because it breaks down to be way more affordable to use the Latisse versus getting lash extensions every 3 to 4 weeks. And even though it's not something I need, it's something that definitely makes me feel more confident and feels like better about myself. And Chris was like, you've been wanting the Latisse, so Samantha's in Mexico, just ask her to get it for you. And I gave her some extra money to ship it to me because she won't be back in California for a few months. That was like a bonus thing, like a treat myself, but that's something that has been on my list of things I'm gonna get when I find somebody I trust to go to Mexico to go get it for me, or if we happen to go to Mexico again. Trader Joe's, I spent $10.94 to buy flowers for my friend's gender reveal. I don't like showing up to people's homes or parties or events empty-handed. So even though the gender reveal, I asked her, I was like, do you have a registry? Am I supposed to buy a gift? I've never been to a gender reveal. Are you also having a shower? So she's like, no, the gender reveal is just to reveal the gender and to celebrate and come and like enjoy food and just like celebrate with us. So it's more like the thought, I feel like, and I just don't like showing up to people's houses without something when I'm gonna eat all their food. And then the final thing I spent that was extra miscellaneous is I did have lunch. It's technically a work meeting. You saw that I went to Soho House to meet my friend Trina, but she's also the owner of Magenta Agency, which is a marketing social media firm for beauty brands. And while Trina and I are friends, we talked a lot about work. Lunch was $30.11. Not bad, because eating out with my friends, meeting my friends is part of what I'm trying to do more of, to get out of the house, reconnect with people, cultivate my relationships with my friends and my family, and spending money $30 to $50 a week for that is totally okay. And total miscellaneous spending $150.05. So total spent this week $383.49. I don't have anything I'm upset about in terms of spending this week. I actually thought it was a really good week, especially compared to the previous weeks. I've been doing really well. Like, there obviously are some weeks that are going to be higher because of either the cell phone bill or an insurance bill or something like that. But for the most part, I feel like my miscellaneous spending is getting way less each week. Even though I am meeting friends and going out with friends and cultivating my relationships, the amount I spend while eating out or meeting my friends is definitely like less and less and less. And moving into quarter 2, I'm going to reevaluate my rules, and I think I'm going to put a budget on my miscellaneous spending and plan out my capsule wardrobe spending, because that's only every quarter. See a lot of capsule wardrobe stuff moving into March, which is coming up next week. I'm going to start cleaning out my closet, start deciding what I'm going to list on my Poshmark or Depop. I don't know which I should list things on. Do you guys prefer Depop or do you guys prefer Poshmark? I just don't know, but I have a lot of things that I've been holding on to sell for the springtime. I have a lot of Reformation dresses that were only worn for 1 season. Because of what I do, I get photographed a lot at events. I get seen a lot at the same events with the same people, not same events, same people, different events for different brands. And part of the reason I like my capsule wardrobe, it keeps me from mindlessly shopping the rest of the season, and I only spend that money to update my wardrobe for like 2-3 weeks at most, and then that's it. I'm not allowed to shop for any more clothes. I cannot buy anything else unless I'm going to the Oscars and need a gown. I like that because it controls that mindless spending in terms of fashion, which was my biggest spending issue. Is I would walk into fast fashion, or I'd even walk into a more higher end store that was having a sale and be like, well, that's something I love, it's beautiful, I would totally wear that, and I would end up spending $200-300 and either never wear it or forget about it or didn't really want it. So by doing the capsule wardrobe, it controls my spending in fashion, and I've been doing it for a year. So this spring capsule will be a year of doing my wardrobe like that, and I really am excited. I'm also very nervous because I just watched Hannah's video about her first month of being on a budget, and how after not shopping for an entire year and quitting cold turkey, allowing herself to shop, she found these habitual addictive tendencies to come back, and then she would have to stop it. And she made a good point based on some of her viewers, where self-control isn't just by quitting cold turkey, but practicing this muscle of stopping and going and stopping and going. So because I don't have the intention of never shopping again, and I don't have the intention of never buying anything just for the joy of it, I have the intention of getting my spending under control and understanding my reasons for spending and the emotional aspects of it, and how I don't want to spend frivolously, mindlessly, or excessively. So, and excessively is a very personal decision, which is scary because I have to be very careful, and I also have to figure out like what I need, how much I'm gonna make from my old wardrobe to kind of subsidize for my new pieces that I want to add into my wardrobe, and also like make sure I feel good about myself, because it's so important to feel good at these events. Like, I can't explain to you how when you go to events or go to meetings, like it really matters that you feel good about how you look and feel in that moment. Like if I'm wearing a shirt that kind of makes me feel a little bigger, or that's showing off my boobs too much, like I get a little uncomfortable, and then I'm thinking about that and not thinking about the conversation at hand, or I'm self-conscious. So clothing is something that has to be very comfortable, it has to fit me well, and it has to make me feel good about myself. So those are some of the things that I always look at when I buy things now in terms of my wardrobe. But it's very hard because when you go into your wardrobe knowing that you want something, and then you have to find it, and you have to find it within your budget and within a time frame, it's a lot. Because I didn't do a winter capsule. I kind of transitioned my fall capsule into my winter capsule because I had a lot of sweaters from last year that I saved, and I bought maybe 3 or 4 things to add to my winter capsule, but I didn't like do a full-on sit down, what am I gonna get for winter, because I did that for fall, and in LA typically fall and winter are kind of the same thing. Not this year. This year it was freezing, and I had sold all of my coats at a yard sale because they were all very, very old, and I kind of regretted that because I was very cold. Luckily I did buy that one jacket from Lou & Grey, that white furry thing that you see me wearing all the time, and that's very warm, and I've just been wearing that all winter. And part of me wanted to just like run out and go get a coat or a jacket because it's been so cold here, but the other part was like, you know what, it's okay, I'll just layer, I've been fine, winter's almost over, why go spend like $200 on a coat, or $150 even, although I probably could get it way cheaper now because everything's on sale. But I digress. This week's total, $383.49, $233.44, which was bills. $150.05 was miscellaneous spending, but I'm okay with it. I'm good. So things that I wanted to buy but haven't. Week 8. I really wanted to get some period-proof underwear. I love my menstrual cup, and it rarely ever leaks, but on my lighter days, like towards the end of my period, I don't really need to use a menstrual cup, or even like, I would just like to have the period-proof thongs for when I'm wearing a dress, and just in case, you know, that just in case, I don't know, growing up, I've had so many accidents that it would be better if I had a just in case. I really wanted that, and I think I might move that over to my wish list after this week. I wanted a bodysuit that did not make me feel like a balloon. So I have a couple bodysuits. I have 2 from Everlane, which I like, but then I also got one from this one brand, and I put them on, and I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit larger on top, like my chest, I'm a 32D. So when I put on the bodysuit, it like squishes my boobs in a way where it makes me look bigger. It's weird. Like, not that my boobs look bigger, it's almost like flattening out my boobs, so it makes me look wider than I am, and then there's like no difference between my boobs and my body, and then so it just makes me look wider. It makes me look like my torso is just thicker. So I really want a bodysuit that like hugs me perfectly, that allows me to wear a bra to like give my boobs the shape it needs to look more flattering for my body type, or that I don't need to wear a bra but it doesn't like flatten my boobs in a weird way where I look like just a tube. Probably gonna be something I look for my spring capsule. And then the other thing I really want to do that I didn't do this week, I actually had an opportunity to maybe get it done for free, but we missed it, is to get a third ear piercing. I actually want to get a very, very tiny, I have 2 ear piercings, and I want to get a very tiny, tiny hoop to go on my second piercing. I don't know where I can find like a really, really tiny silver hoop that is really dainty and cute just to go on my second piercing. And then I wanted to get a third piercing of just like a stud. So I just thought it would be really cute, because I want very dainty earrings, which I don't own. I have all these like bigger earrings, and I don't like bigger earrings. I think my taste has just changed, and it's something I wanted to go do. I don't know if I'm gonna go do it anytime soon. There was an opportunity for me to go to an event where they're offering piercings, and I thought it would be fun to go do it, but then we missed it, so it's not that big of a deal. If I really want to get it done, I don't think piercings are that expensive. I just don't know where I'm gonna find the earrings, because I want a very specific look, and that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Those are 3 things that I wanted but did not purchase, one of which I am gonna move over to my capsule wardrobe wish list. I think I have to look and evaluate what else I have. And then the period proof underwear, which I will definitely move over into my wish list as well. And I think that's a very practical thing to want. And I've been wanting it for a while, but I have not physically put it down in a list. And that's something that is part of my no-buy rules. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog. I felt like it was kind of lame because I didn't have any like emotional triggers or huge epiphanies or realizations, and I don't think I always will, but I definitely felt like the last 2-3 weeks before this were like just epiphany, realization, and this week was kind of like implementing all of that into my life and just like sitting with it and thinking about it. Oh, I did finally sell my extra camera. Sorry, that's not me farting, that's my chair. Excited. I'm gonna put that towards paying off one of my cards, and then I'm also going to just keep saving, keep paying stuff down, and keep updating you guys every week. So I hope you guys are excited for my capsule wardrobe series. I will be spending money in March for the capsule wardrobe. I will talk about all of that. I had a comment that was very insightful, that they were worried by watching my capsule wardrobe series that they would feel the urge to shop and spend money. I hope that my series is not going to be about that, because I'm really focused on creating content to motivate and inspire you, and not to force you to want to spend money or feel FOMO. I hope that my capsule wardrobe series will maybe share with you kind of how I've been doing this for a year. Even though I'm going to be purchasing and adding to my wardrobe, maybe it will inspire you to kind of look at your wardrobe in a new way and kind of put it in bookmark these concepts and ideas for a later date, and maybe give you the idea that maybe doing a capsule wardrobe can maybe benefit you in the long run or help your finances in the long run. First did my capsule wardrobe, I got rid of, and I'll link those videos in the description box, I got rid of like 80% of my entire walk-in closet. And what I ended up doing was taking the pieces I did love and keep and making that my wardrobe for spring, and then adding a few key pieces to tie it together. It also happened when I had started losing weight and things didn't fit properly. So, or I gained weight and then lost weight and then gained weight. So I kind of had to buy certain things, and I donated a ton of stuff, and I sold a lot of stuff, and that like replenished my wardrobe. So I hope you guys take value from my content and don't feel the need to spend. It's why my monthly favorites starts off with free things that you can consume and enjoy. And I know I talk a lot of things about Netflix and Hulu, but I feel like those are very affordable streaming services that most people tend to have, and if they don't have it, a friend or family member has it, and you can always ask to split it with them or borrow it for a little bit. I split my Netflix account with my brother and my friends, and I mean, it's so affordable. It's like $13, and three of us are on it, and then a whole family's on it, so there's four people on it. I also talk about like free things, completely free, like podcasts, and then I move into things that I rediscovered because I am trying to rediscover things and love the things I own. And that's not to have you guys go out and buy the things I rediscovered, but maybe you rediscover your collection and see if there's something that might work that you already own. And then finally, I talk about new things because I am very lucky and blessed to get PR and to try things and review things for you guys. And my reviews should only be of value to you. I hope that my reviews offer you insight on products that you might have been wanting to purchase or that you are curious about, but not that you have to buy everything I review or like or talk about. I personally have just been like really enjoying the list system because I will see things online, or I'll watch somebody's videos and be like, wow, that looks really gorgeous on that person, or I love the way that that eyeshadow palette looks. I'm gonna write it down on my list, things I wanted but didn't buy. And if it sits there long enough, I'll move it over to my wish list. And then if it sits on my wish list long enough, I will possibly go look at it and purchase it. That goes with anything and everything. And it's not about not shopping, it's about realizing whether it's a need or a want, and it's okay to buy something that you want. It just can't be always, all the time, these little purchases that add up to a really big bill. Because that was what was killing me, was all these little $5, $10, $30, $50 purchases that didn't seem like a lot, but then when the bill came, you're like, whoa, wait, plus the cost of living, plus running the business, plus these unexpected expenses that I had to pay, what? So that's what was killing me, and that's what I'm trying to understand and like figure out. And Chris has been a huge help for me, so I hope you have someone in your life that is supportive as well and can help you with this. And if not, I'm here for you. We can go on this journey together, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow for a body contouring video. I tried 2 treatments out. I kind of showed you guys on Insta stories. It was hilarious. I'm gonna explain more in that video tomorrow, and then I'll be back here every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sundays are always my weekly vlogs and check-ins, and Mondays are typically some sort of beauty, lifestyle, or finance tips video. So until then, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It shows support for my channel, and I'll see you guys back here in tomorrow's video. Bye.